All right, AOC is getting owned. She is getting ratioed in real time. And I have to say, I love every single minute of it. The entire left is uniting against AOC. She is right now being criticized. She is being dragged through the mud. And I love it. I love it. I mean, it's not only just Caitlyn Johnstone that's owning AOC. I mean, it's a lot of people. And I've never seen anything like this before. And so when you see somebody who was once a progressive darling getting owned, it's 100% pure gold. And I love every minute of it. AOC had the audacity in thinking that, she's forever going to be untouchable. But listen, 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 listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. You don't have to take my word for it. See it for yourself on a post that she shared. Google is free. If you're saying I voted for military funding, you're lying. Receipts attached. Drag me for my positions all you want, but lying about them doesn't make you part of the left. If you believe neo-Nazis and operating in good faith, you can have them. Okay, well, here's AOC talking about the House Appropriations Act. Oh, wow, that's from 2024. Okay, all right, interesting. Interesting, AOC. Oh, look. Okay, great. Wonderful. People exploding this false messaging that I voted for a bill plus funding that I quite literally voted no on. The threat environment this morning is scary. This is violence. Doesn't help anyone. Drag me for the position if you disagree, but don't lie. It's out of control. Say I voted for this funding is false. Well, here's what I noticed. And we're going to zoom in. Zoom in so all of you can read it too. Sorry about that, folks. Damn. A whole united left regulating on AOC. This is pure gold from Hard Lens Media, your favorite Chicago morning show, as it should be, because we are Chicago's #1 online independent media morning show. But this squirrel, you are lying. You voted against an amendment that Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, Summer Lee, and Al Green voted for to stop giving Israel essential military infrastructure it needs to continue to genocide and launch its wars. And then you explicitly defend this position. Oh, look, it's a screenshot from 2 days ago. Margin MTG, you know me, amendment does nothing to cut off offensive aid to Israel, nor end the flow of U.S. munitions being used in Gaza. Of course, I voted against it. Oh, what it does do is cut off defensive Iron Dome capabilities while allowing the actual highlighted right there. I have long stated I do not believe that adding to the death count of innocent victims to this war is constructive to its end. Oh, okay. There you go. But look, hey, check this out. From Revolutionary Blackout Network, good friends of the show, AOC's gaslighting us for Zionists again. Just like saying there was no one working tirelessly on a ceasefire. Her job is lying. So, hey, I remember when the Palestinian group was able to speak at the United Center for the DNC convention. Oh, wait, that didn't happen. She refused to cut genocide spending, now flashing a different vote to deflect. Oh, Misty Winston. Gotta love her. Shut the F up. Misty Winston, you did such a great job hosting the Jimmy Dore show. Shout out to you, Misty. Caitlyn Johnstone, who did that. Oof. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gut check to AOC with that 6-minute video. You voted against canceling funding for Israel, which plainly facilitates its military atrocities. And now you're crying about threat environment when people say so. This is embarrassing. Wow. Look at this. Power to the people. So now you're calling your colleagues who had the courage to vote against funding Israel's Iron Dome neo-Nazis. You have completely lost the plot. I'm glad more people are waking up to your complicity. I remember 4 years ago when it's considered blasphemy to criticize you. Now even Cenk Uygur and Kyle Kalinske are criticizing her. And you know what? I welcome it. I mean, yes, I'm going to keep them at arm's length, but you know what? Why not? It's been a while since the left was able to be united around something we could sit down as a family, as we should. Max Blumenthal, this came up on Google. Google, a liberal Zionist group that lobbies for military aid to Israel favorably quoted you. We couldn't agree more with AOC on this crucial distinction. In our view, supporting Israel means standing up to Netanyahu and his dangerous far-right policies. It's AOC. Wow. Okay. Jose Vega. First of all, what do you mean by neo-Nazis? MTG? Are you also including Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, who voted with her? Secondly, this never had anything to do with you voting no on the overall bill. You did this for political posturing since you have aspirations to run for higher office. You don't want the media headline to say AOC and MTG work together in anti-Semitic amendment to defend spending bill. This isn't principled. It's posturing. Your base can see it. The everyday people can see it. It's gross. And this is from Blakely. Let's see what she said today.
What? Not just doubling down, now attacking people who are criticizing her who are mostly on the left. This is mass gaslighting. Those of us who are criticizing her know that she was voting against an amendment. And we're saying voting against that amendment in the year of our Lord 2025 is wrong, is unacceptable. And then getting up here on Al Gore's internet and defending this vote by saying, okay, so like we're funding the Holocaust, but like only the defensive capabilities. Every fucking genocide, by the way, in Holocaust in history was done under the guise of defense. Literally no one in history has ever been like, hi.
And you know what? Hey, here's the thing. Fred Edward giving props to TYT, F that shite, late to reality, and I understand. But I find it fascinating now. Like they're finally catching up. Or is that they're able to read the environment and realize that the AOC Justice Democrats game is all blown up. But I mean, I just find it fascinating. That's what I want everyone to understand. I find it fascinating now that everyone's now criticizing AOC. I mean, I think it's great. I think it's pure gold. Do I think this united left movement's still going to happen? No, I don't. Give it a couple more years. All right. It's been a nasty divorce since 2020.
I'm a bad guy doing bad guy things. No, they always couch it in defense. Do you guys understand that none of this could be happening but for the money our Congress keeps voting to give them? They cannot do this without us. They couldn't bomb all the surrounding countries with impunity without us paying for Iron Dome because they would know that there might be retaliation. The fastest way to stop this genocide would be to stop giving them money, choke off the supply of weapons and cash. And yet, all of our lawmakers in our so-called democracy keep voting for it. They see our comments, our protests, our phone call. They don't care. Glad you voted against the bill overall, but what was your other excuse for voting against this amendment? Actually insulting to the intelligence. Her other excuse is, it's bad because Marjorie Taylor Greene introduced it. No. That's not going to work. People are rightfully criticizing you for the insane statement that you put on Twitter, doubling down on it, claiming that Iron Dome and voting for it is somehow defensive when this belligerent apartheid ethno-state is using that exact same line to defend them attacking Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, the Palestinians, Iran. I don't know how else to say this. There is no excuse to be voting for a dime of funding to the Israeli regime in 2025. And this is over the backdrop of her voting for this funding before. This over the backdrop of her voting in favor of a resolution to affirm the insane IHRA definition of anti-Semitism, which includes criticism of Israel. And you just want us to go into our corners and do partisan red team, blue team and shut off our brains because MTG was the one who introduced the amendment. Google is free, loser. This part is
read the scroll. Says AOC gives great Iron Dome. Get up, go see the White House counselor.
The biggest part of the gaslighting. If you think that Marjorie Taylor Greene is an ally to the Palestinians and a welcome part of your coalition, and that voting against her amendment that was designed for exactly this kind of chaos is constructive and to be supported, then you can have her. Thanks. What she is doing here is trying to manipulate you into thinking that the amendment that Marjorie Taylor Greene introduced is somehow bad because of the fact that it was Marjorie Taylor Greene who did it. If we're going by that logic, then you're on the side of all the other fascist Republicans because Thomas Massey was the only Republican that voted for it. That means that you're on the side of Lauren Boebert and fucking Mike Johnson. You're voting on the side of the genocidal open Islamophobe Randy Fine. So is he a part of your coalition now? And we could go down the list of all the other insane right-wingers in the Republican caucus that voted alongside you. So if we're doing guilt by association, you've got the numbers.
Well, that's true. All right. So there's Blakely. Oh, hey, look, it's Sabs. So Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Summer, and Al Green are Nazis of the Third Reich from Germania. You admitted you wanted to protect the Iron Dome. That's why you voted against it. You're crashing out in real time. Yes, Sabs, absolutely on point. Shout out to Sabs. Nick from RBN, you got cooked so hard that united the entire left against you. Nick isn't wrong. Hey, he's on point. Shout out to Nick. All right. Well, be sure to check out RBN. They're doing great stuff. Twitter is also free. This is you admitting you voted against the amendment blocking sales of weapons to Israel. You defended it by saying they were only defensive weapons. So it's okay. And now you're flat out lying about your own words and actions because you got dragged. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hey, it's Jimmy. Jimmy's number one. Jimmy, what's going on, Jimmy?
Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck you.
All right.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Are you kidding me? I had fun planning this show. Okay. We got Mel says, no, biatch. You don't get any credit for your party line vote. Richie Torres voted nay on that same bill and never takes the Israeli boot out of his mouth. You're not fooling anyone with this. No. Oh, my goodness gracious, Cretaceous. Richie Torres voted against it? What's going on? The professor himself said you voted not to cut military funding like we all see you. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Just keep digging. This person, all right? Jeff Melton writes, you voted against an amendment that would have taken away $500 million in funding for anti-ballistic missiles. You wouldn't have voted to send an equivalent amount of money to the Nazis for any reason had you had been in Congress back then. But you think somehow it's okay to send money to 21st century genocidal fascists. Are you effing insane? Oh, Sandy. Look. Question everything. Friendly PSA. AOC is not just a Latinx bartender for the Bronx with no political experience, but actually an establishment op with a spooky past who was put where she is to subvert America's growing leftist movement. Tax the rich. Remember that? Remember simpler times? AOCIA, you voted no to stop arming Israel as it commits a genocide against the Palestinians. Guys, she's crying. Everyone, be nice. Lisa Peace, who was on the show. You're such a fraud. I'm sad Bernie Sanders still believes in you. I haven't for a long time. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. You're a scumbag liar, and everyone knows it. Adam, take it easy. Everyone be nice. Be nice. Look at this. Everyone just be nice. And John Mitchell, tip $2. MTG bad. MTG, you know me. AOC good. What more do you need, Dems? Well, what we need is actually real accountability. But I also want to pull this up here because I found this to be very fascinating and enlightening. It's from MTG.
I do think AOC is a fraud. I absolutely believe she's a fraud. She came in hard. Remember when she came in, she protested. Nancy Pelosi led a protest in her office against leadership. She was supposed to be the one to change the Democrat Party. She's fallen totally in line. She voted 100% for the Ukraine war, voted to fund all of that. Sending funding, weapons, everything. With her amendment, she exposed herself to be a liar about demanding the end of the genocide in Gaza. So she's exposed herself, and her base is seeing it. But I think that's interesting.
Now look. I'm not a fan of MTG. I'm not a fan of none of these politicians. I think all these politicians are scumbags. I think all these politicians are jagoffs. I think all these politicians, all what they want is they care about their career 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 years down the road. But we got to be more open-minded. We have to see these politicians for who they are. And look, I remember when AOC won. I remember when AOC actually ran in 2018 and what it meant, what it symbolized for all of us back in the day. And I think, we have to, put down our rose-colored glasses and look at it for what it is. And that is, it was all a sham. It was all a joke. It was a nothing burger. Truly, it was. And AOC was never going to be this heavyweight fighter. I think there's a lot of people that held out hope. I mean, you don't see her on TYT. You don't see her on Secular Talk. You don't see her even on the Jimmy Dore show. And I remember that in 2018 because AOC went on all those shows, played a good game, and then was, poof. Oh, she changed. She did a Uno reverse card. I was surprised like everybody else. But let's be very clear here. There was a blowback. And I find this blowback to be very fascinating. AOC's campaign office vandalized with anti-Israel message. I don't know who did this. Now look, I don't approve of violence or harassment of any type or form. Personally, professionally, any of this stuff. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do find it rather odd that yesterday, after AOC, was dealing with the blowback for what happened on the 20th, that all of a sudden her office would be vandalized. I'm not saying it looks like it's a setup, But if it's not, I still don't approve of it because we here at Hardlands Media believe in peace. Always. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has received death threats in recent days and had a campaign office vandalized with a message criticizing her for support of Israel's war in Gaza. The campaign manager for the New York Congresswoman said Monday the Congresswoman's staff is discussing the situation with security officials. Campaign manager Oliver Hidalgo Walbin said in a social media post outlining incidents that had come as Ocasio-Cortez, long focus of animosity from conservatives, faces criticism from progressives over a recent vote in Israel. This isn't her first time dealing with criticism. The biggest divide happened with forced to vote. That was it. That was the big one. Remember when progressives called out AOC for forced to vote? I mean, yes, I'm going to still hold on to it. It still matters because forced to vote will always freaking matter. Forced to vote. I remember because we hosted the March for Medicare for All. We were there standing in solidarity with Jimmy Dore was forced to vote. And by the way, forced to vote wasn't Jimmy Dore's idea. It's actually it's from the DSA playbook. He just found it. It's there. And you know, the greatest joke of it all is that not only was Jimmy Dore and everybody else correct with forced to vote, and that's actually an effective strategy, but that DSA and everybody else that went to carry water for AOC, and it's including Cenk and Kyle. Now, I don't think we forgot that. They were all having egg on their face when forced to vote was proven to be an effective tactic by none other than former conservative House Representative Republican Matt Gaetz. Huh. So it's like it's an effective strategy. Why wouldn't AOC use it? Last night, our campaign office in the Bronx was vandalized, and we are in the process of cleaning it up. Okay, look, I don't appreciate this stuff. In the past few days, we also have received multiple threats on the Congresswoman's life, and we are treating this seriously with our security partners to make sure she and our staff and volunteers are safe. All right, good. And look, I don't want anyone to get hurt, okay? I don't want anyone's life at risk, okay? The video captured by local news outlets in New York showed a message, AOC funds genocide in Gaza, written in a sign hanging in front of her campaign office. Seems a little too soon. I'm not saying it looks like a setup, but something don't smell right. Unless I'm wrong. Hey, folks, you think this is a rational reaction? Oh, hold on. How about not a rational reaction? Is this an emotional reaction to AOC's vote? Or does this look like some sort of setup? Type 1 for Kit. This is organic response. Type 1 if that's your answer. Type 2, Kit. No, man. It don't add up. I'm telling you, boy, it don't add up. It don't add up. I'm telling you, boy, it don't add up. It don't add up. It don't add up. It don't add up. All right. So there you go. But now I think it's only fair, though. My love is my mornings, my sunshine, to continue on. Because look, what's happening in Gaza is a horrific, horrific nightmare. Men, women, and children are starving. It's been an ongoing crisis. The war is eternal. And the only reason why this war is going on is because we have politicians, not only in 2023, but even up until now, who are saying that, no, this we'll allow it to happen. They could have stopped it at any point in time. Biden could have stopped it, and Trump could have stopped it at any point in time, but they're not going to stop it. And one of my biggest fears, since we have everyone's been talking about the war and all the aftermath from it, from Yemen to Iran, Libya, Syria, what's happening here in the USA by proxy, Ukraine, and everything else. All what these wars are going to do is lay down the foundations for the next one. And it's not stopping anytime soon. No, it's still ongoing. It is still continuous. And you would expect progressives to be the fighters, the ones to lead the way. The takeaway is that you can't reform the Democrat Party because the people who we wanted to reform it are falling in line, like AOC. But the left is speaking out against her, and that's pure gold in my book. I just personally wish that more people wake up and break away from the Democrats. That fight the oligarchy tour, all it is hopium, propanium, cocainium. It's not going to save you. It's just going to give you a boost of those feelings, the fifis, and that's it. You're not going to get what you want from a politician. You have to fight for it for yourself. You have to build movements and organizations not connected to DC, support third parties and independents, support citizen ballot initiatives. It is up to us to fight for a better future.